Welcome, friends, to Breath by Breath with ALS. This is Midnight Thoughts, where I share the reflections that come in the quiet hours, the questions, the faith, and the strength we find one breath at a time. Tonight's message is simple, but powerful. A spirit of fear. When I was diagnosed with ALS, fear didn't whisper. It crashed into my life like a storm. 3 words hit harder than anything I'd ever faced. ALS is fatal. I didn't have time to prepare, didn't have time to breathe. Fear wrapped around my mind, squeezing tighter every day. I laid awake in the early hours asking questions I didn't want to ask. What happens now? How long do I have? What will my family do without me? Fear became my constant companion, uninvited, heavy, and relentless. But then, in the middle of one of those long nights, a scripture rose up inside me, soft, steady, unstoppable. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, and of love, and of a sound mind. 2 Timothy 1:7. I held on to those words like a lifeline. Fear isn't from God. That night I realized something. The fear consuming me didn't come from God. God isn't the author of panic. He isn't the source of dread. He doesn't paralyze the mind or crush the heart. That is not His voice. Fear that steals your breath and fills your nights with trembling. That's a fear meant to break you. But the God who formed me, carried me, and never left me, He doesn't give that kind of fear. What God gives instead. God gives power, the strength to face days I never thought I could endure. God gives love, a love stronger than the fear trying to swallow me whole. God gives a sound mind, clarity when the world feels like it's falling apart, peace when my thoughts start to spiral, and calm when fear tries to return. These gifts became my anchor, my shelter, my reminder that fear is loud, but God is louder. Letting go of the spirit of fear. So now, when fear shows up, I speak truth louder than the lies. God did not give me fear. Fear has no place in my spirit. Fear will not write the final chapter of my story. ALS may change my body, but it will not control my spirit. It will not steal my peace. It will not define who I am. Because my identity isn't in a diagnosis. It's in the God who strengthens me, breath by breath, moment by moment. Thank you for spending this quiet moment with me. If this midnight thought touched your heart, if it gave you strength tonight, please like, share, and subscribe. Every time you do, you help this message reach someone who might be hurting, someone lying awake in their own darkness, someone who needs to hear that God has not given them a spirit of fear. You're not alone. Not tonight. Not ever.